Hello children, good morning. As of now, there are just 46 members. So I just waited for the members to join. But as of now, it is just 46. Hope others will join soon. Okay, dear children, in the previous class, I had discussed about the elixir of life, and I'm sure that the concept is understood and the question answers were forwarded to you. I hope you have written that. So, in this class, I'm moving towards the second poem, Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. So, while learning the poem, keep your textbooks before you, keep your pencil also, wherever it is needed, underline the lines. Fine, children. In school, at the time of prayer, usually you have sung this song for many times. That is Kalisu Guruve Kalisu. Kalisu Guruve Kalisu. ಕಲಿಸು ಸದ್ಗುರುವೇ ನೀ ಕಲಿಸು ಕಲಿಸು ಗುರುವೇ ಕಲಿಸು ಕಲಿಸು ಸದ್ಗುರುವೇ ನೀ ಕಲಿಸು ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ನಡುವೆನ ಸತ್ಯವನಾಡಲು ಕಲಿಸು ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ನಡುವೆನ ಸತ್ಯವನಾಡಲು ಕಲಿಸು ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥದ ನಡುವೆ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಿಯಾಗಲು ಕಲಿಸು ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥದ ನಡುವೆ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಿಯಾಗಲು ಕಲಿಸು ಅಂಜಿ ನಡೆವರ ನಡುವೆ ಧೀರನಾಗಲು ಕಲಿಸು ಅಂಜಿ ನಡೆವರ ನಡುವೆ ಧೀರನಾಗಲು ಕಲಿಸು ಧರೆಯ ದುಷ್ಟರ ನಡುವೆ ಜಾಣನಾಗಲು ಕಲಿಸು ಕಲಿಸು ಗುರುವೇ ಕಲಿಸು ಕಲಿಸು ಸದ್ಗುರುವೇ ನೀ ಕಲಿಸು. Yes, of course, you have heard this song and you have sung this song for many times, but why it is now? That's the question, right? The children, Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher, the poem, is just translated in Kannada like this. So this, as the heading itself it says, Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. This poem is written by Abraham Lincoln, a lengthy poem in the form of, this is in the form of poem. So let us have a glance over the poet, about the poet. Abraham Lincoln, he was born on 12th February 1809 in United States. He was the 16th president of the United States of America. So actually he was a lawyer. He was born to parents who struggled to make a living in Kentucky. In the sense, they were very poor. His father's name was Thomas Lincoln. His mother was Nancy Lincoln. Lincoln made great efforts to acquire knowledge, to get education, to acquire knowledge. He struggled a lot. He struggled too much. An outspoken opponent of the system of slavery. He was against slavery. Lincoln defeated the Confederacy in the American Civil War and introduced the measures that abolished slavery. He tried to remove or abolish slavery from the country, and he struggled too hard for that. And what about the character of Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln, he was very honest. He was treating others with compassion and kindness. He was very respectful to others. He was giving respect to others too much. So, this is the brief introduction about Abraham Lincoln, the poet of the poem Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. So, the beginning, what is the theme of this poem? So as it is written as Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. Abraham Lincoln, being the president of America, United States of America, he had written lots of letters. But why this letter became famous? So that is the main question now. So actually, every parent wants his son to learn the great values or the moral values. Likewise, Abraham Lincoln, not being the president, but by being a father, he wrote this letter to his son's teacher because he too wanted his son to learn the moral values in his life. He believed in values. Of course, as we are celebrating Teachers' Day tomorrow, I think this is very suitable on this moment. Teacher, the person who can change the life of the society, the person, and everything, right? So that's why, by believing in him, by having a strong belief in the teacher, Abraham Lincoln, while joining his son to the school, he wrote this letter to the teacher. So, almost all of your parents, with a good intention, they have joined you to this school because they too have the same opinion. I hope so. They too have they too have the mindset that let our children learn the great values of the society. Okay, fine. So now, children, I'll read out the poem. Just observe the lines of the poem. Poem number two, Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. He will have to learn, I know, that all men are not just, all men are not true, but teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero, that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Teach him for every enemy there is a friend. It will take time, I know, but teach him if you can that $1 earned is of far more value than 5 found, and also to enjoy winning. Steer him away from envy. If you can, teach him the secret of quiet laughter. Let him learn early that the bullies are the easiest to lick. Teach him, if you can, the wonder of books, but also give him quiet time to ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and the flowers on a green hillside. In school, teach him it is far honorable to fail than to cheat. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. Teach him to be gentle with gentle and tough with tough. Try to give my son the strength not to follow the crowd when everyone is getting on the bandwagon. Teach him to listen to all men, but teach him also to filter all he hears on a screen of truth and take only the good that comes through. Teach him, if you can, how to laugh when he is sad. Teach him there is no shame in tears. Teach him to scoff at cynics and to beware of too much sweetness. Teach him to sell his brawn and brain to the highest bidders, but never to put a price tag on his soul. Teach him to close his ears to a howling mob and to stand and fight if he thinks he is right. Treat him gently, but do not cuddle him, because only the test of fire makes fine steel. Let him have the courage to be impatient. Let him have the patience to be brave. Teach him always to have sublime faith in himself, because then he will have sublime faith in mankind. This is a big order, but see what you can do. He is such a fine fellow, my son. I hope you have observed the lines. Truly a lengthy poem, but with the greatest meaning. So let us begin the poem now. So, by having an intention to teach the moral values while joining his son Abraham Lincoln, by being a parent, by being a father, by being a beloved father of the son, he writes the letter to the teacher. That's why it has become famous. And then, see, politely, so politely, he writes this letter to the teacher. And he begins like this: he will have to learn, I know, that all men are not just, all men are not true. Let us have a glance over these lines now. He will have to learn, yes. My son has to learn. Whose son has to learn? Abraham Lincoln's son has to learn. And there is no other choice for him. He has to learn it. Yes, he will have to learn. I know, yes, he knows that all men are not just. What does mean by just? Just means fair or honest or morally correct. So, what he says that the people on earth, they are all men are not just. So, when you see many people, don't believe them directly, because they might not be just, they might not be fair, they might not be honest. All men are not true. They may look like they are truthful to them, but no, they might not be true. But teach him also for that for every scoundrel there is a hero. Dear children, here in the beginning, no, all men are not just, all men are not true. Here, this is actually the harsh reality of life. We believe everyone. We believe the one who loves, the one with the smile who speaks to us. We believe him, right? All of a sudden, we believe him. But just wait for a while before believing him. Just wait, because all men are not just, all men are not true. Underline those lines. All men are not just, all men are not true. But again, the writer Abraham Lincoln just says, but teach him. What you have to teach, dear teacher? You have to teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero. Yes, there are many scoundrels, but still there are heroes in the world. So, in spite of having, in spite of all wickedness or all badness in this world, there is enough goodness. So, when you see a bad person, don't go to the conclusion that the whole world is bad. Wait for a while and think about the good. Yes, when you have bad thing in one place, of course, there will be good thing in another way or in another side. That for every selfish politician, then the writer continues that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Yes, when we speak about the politician, many people they don't get interested to speak about them, right? Because they feel that politicians are selfish. In the sense, all the politicians are selfish. They don't think of the betterment of the society. They never give their best to the society. This is our opinion. But wait, for every selfish politician, there is a dedicated leader. In our society, we can see at least a few dedicated leaders who do their best and who give their best to the society, right? They develop the country. There are a few, at least number of people, just a few number of people are there who help the society, who help the needy, who help the poor before those selfish politicians. Teach him for every enemy there is a friend. Sorry, teach him for every enemy there is a friend. What the writer says, for every enemy there is a friend. Don't think that all are enemies. For every enemy, of course, there is a friend. If you have an enemy, you will have a good friend with you. So all these lines have both positive and negative sides of life, or negative aspects of life. For example, uh, all men are not true, all men are not just. Then, for every scoundrel, there is a hero. For every scoundrel, there is a hero. And then, for every selfish politician, there is a dedicated leader. When there is positivity, there is negativity. When there is negativity, again, there is positivity. So, these are quite common in our life. So, what the child has to do, child has to find out what is good and what is bad. So, that is the greatest value what the son has to learn here. So that's why he requests the teacher to teach his son the best values. I hope these lines are clear. He will have to learn. I know that all men are not just, all men are not true, but teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero. Who is there for every scoundrel? Nivedita. Who is there for every scoundrel?
Hero.
Yes. And then Nutan. Who is there for every selfish politician? There are selfish politicians. And then who else are there? Nutan? Pannaga? Yes, Nutan? Nutan? Karthik, you can answer now. Karthik.
Dedicated politician.
Yes, Pannaga? Pannaga, speak now. Pannaga, I think your network is weak. Okay. So, Rajesh?
A dedicated politician.
Okay, Pannaga. Thank you. Rajesh? Rajesh Shivananchi? Are all the people just in the society? Rajesh?
A dedicated
Are all men on earth are just?
politician.
Sorry, Rajesh, I am unable to hear you. Okay, no matter. All men in the sense, not only men, huh? The people on earth. All the people are on earth are not just all men in the sense, men in the sense, not the male. Men in the sense, all the human beings, the people are not true, but there are good people. But there are good people, not only bad people, there are good people. So the harsh reality of life is all men are not just, all men are not true, but still, for a scoundrel, there is a hero, and at the same time, for every selfish politician, there is a dedicated leader who completely gives his best to the society. So I think you have clearly understood. So what the child has to do, what the son has to do, here the son has to find out what is positive and what is negative, and he has to take the positives from these. Then the poet continues, teach him for every enemy there is a friend. It will take time. Sorry, it will take time. I know. But teach him if you can that $1 earned is of far more value than 5 found. Rashmi, are you there? Rashmi,
Sir,
can you please sing that line in Kannada?
ಬೆವರಿಳಿಸಿ ಗಳಿಸಿದ ಒಂದು ಕಾಸು ಸಿಕ್ಕ ಹತ್ತಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲೆಂಬುದೇ ಕಲಿಸು.
Okay, thank you, Rashmi. Yes, ಬೆವರಿಳಿಸಿ ಗಳಿಸಿದ ಒಂದೇ ಕಾಸು, ಒಂದು ಕಾಸು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರುವಂತ ಹತ್ತಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲು. The one what is got on the way, the one which you have got on the way is not having much more value. But what the writer says here, it will take time, my dear teacher. Yes, I know. So some people, they think that the teacher has to teach one of a sudden and the student has to become so genius just within a day. Is it possible, children? Can we digest all the things just within a day? No. Teacher is not a superhuman. But teacher has that capacity, and by taking little time or little more time, he truly changes the life, right? So it will take time. Yes, he's speaking like a parent, not like a president. It will take time. I know. Yes, I know it. I know, my dear teacher. I know that it will take time. But teach him if you can. Just see how politely he writes. He's not ordering. He's just requesting so politely. But teach him if you can, my dear teacher. If you can, if it is possible, teach my son. What you have to teach? That $1 earned is of far more value than 5 found. Yes, $1 in the sense, not only $1, money. The money what is earned, the money what is earned by the person, by the student or anyone is of far more value. What has more value? The money which is earned with the money which is hard earned, that is having lots of value more than what? More than the money which you have found. Just try to find it out. So, whenever you are having leisure time, try to go and do some work and try to earn some money after that. So just think of the moment when you had got some money in the market, when you're moving, when you're going. Which one gives you more happiness? The money which you had earned by great struggle, that gives you happiness, not the money which you had got so easily, right? Teach him to learn to lose and also enjoy winning. Arre, why? Why the writer, why the poet is asking his teacher to teach his son to learn to lose? Usually, all the parents, they wish to make the children, to make the child or children to win in life. But why the writer is asking the teacher to teach his son to lose in his life? Because he should be sportive. The child should be sportive. If all the time we win and on some moment if we fail, what happens? We think that the whole world, and so what we think is the whole world is bad, and we take some other decisions and we may quit our life when we lose, right? So that is why we have to know the experience of winning and losing. Both are important in our life. Teach him to learn to lose and also to enjoy winning. Yes, his son has to learn to lose. He should be sportive and he should accept the defeat with a smile. So when he is defeated by someone, he should accept it. He shouldn't reject, he should accept it with a smile. And he should feel happy to lose. And then he should start to struggle to win. Right? So failure is the successful step. Failure is the best step to learn to get success, to be successful, right? So that is why here what the writer says, let him learn to lose and also enjoy winning. Let him enjoy his winning. So there are many. I have seen so many students. So those who score 99 or even 99.9, they feel that they will be sad. Okay, they will be sad, too sad, and they say that, sir, I'm not happy. Arey, why? You have won. Yeah, enjoy that. Just enjoy that moment. Why do you lose that moment? You will not get that again. So that is the happiness. We should enjoy our winning. At the same time, when we have lost in our life, when we have lost something in our life, let us take that sportively. That is the real life. Steer him away from envy if you can. Teach him the secret of quiet laughter. What is this? Steer means? Steer means guide or direct. Dear teacher, guide my son, direct my son away from envy. What is meant by envy? Envy means jealousy. Yes, don't make my son to be jealous. He shouldn't be jealous. By looking at others, he shouldn't feel that jealousy. He shouldn't be jealous. If you can, dear teacher, if you can only, if you can, teach him the secret of quiet laughter. Means quiet laughter in the sense inner happiness, not the outer happiness. The happiness is just within our heart. It's not somewhere. We can purchase that on Amazon or Flipkart. That happiness, can you purchase that happiness? Can you purchase half kgs or 1 kg's happiness in PSS market? No, that happiness, where it is? It is just within you. It is just within your heart. It is just within my heart, right? So, who has to feel it? I have to feel it. So, just to try to teach my son the secret quiet laughter. Let him laugh secret quiet of laughter. Let him learn that. Let him have the inner happiness. And then the writer continues, let him learn early that the bullies are the easiest to lick. So here, bully means a person who uses his or her strength to frighten or hurt weaker people. Now you might have understood who are those bullies in your class or in your society. You would have seen those bullies, those people who always use their strength to frighten or to create fear in others or hurt weaker people. They always hurt weaker people and they feel that they are the strongest. So those are the easiest to lick in the sense to defeat easily. Yes, make my son to understand that these bullies are these bullies can be defeated very easily. Let him learn that. Teach him if you can the wonder of books. Yes, books are the best friends. While reading the book, so you will start to feel that what you are reading. So the book that enhances the capacity of imagination, we feel the happiness and sadness while reading a book, and lots of knowledge we get over the book. So the students or the boy has to learn to know the wonder of books. Means, please make my son to read books. Is that enough? Is reading a book is enough? Is everything over there? No. The writer continues. But also give him quiet time. For what? To ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and the flowers on a green hillside. What his son has to do? He should not be a bookworm. We see when some students who are totally bookworm, a part of the textbook, out of the textbook, they don't know anything. So you have seen First Rank Raju, right? First Rank Raju movie. In that movie, in the first part, what have you seen? He was a bookworm, and later, yes, he became social. So, children, if the meeting ends within 5 minutes, try to rejoin the same session with the same link. Okay, so I'll continue. If it ends, please join soon. So here, the writer asks the teacher, Abraham Lincoln asks the teacher to make his son to ponder. What is meant by ponder? Think carefully. Ponder means think carefully. His son has to think carefully the eternal mystery of birds, the mystery, what is beyond human understanding, the thing which is beyond human understanding. So the mystery, so which lasts forever, or existing forever, of birds, mystery of birds in the sky, and bees in the sun, and the flowers on a green hillside. His son has to understand the things of nature. He should not be a bookworm. He should come out of the house and he should understand the things of the nature. He should mingle with the nature, so that he will become a social person, and he will get lots of knowledge about the society and the nature. He will learn about the birds. He will learn about the bees. He will learn about the flowers. So that is why, my dear children, so whenever you have free time, please come out of the house and feel the nature. What are the birds which are there, the flowers which are there, and the bees and the other birds, whatever they come, just observe them. You feel the happiness on that moment. In school, teach him it is far honorable to fail than to cheat. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. So what the poet says, in school teach him it is far honorable to fail than to cheat. So just wait, children. I'll end the session and join the session soon with the help of same link. Okay.
ನೀನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ
Huh. Okay.
ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ